is the most influential person in your life? I was lucky enough to not only have one, but two influential people in mine, and they are my grandparents. They weren't my grandparents by blood, but you would never know because they never treated us any differently. Today, I'm going to tell you why my grandparents stayed around, why they helped us, how they helped me become who I am today, and the fun parts of being with them. So, when my mom was 17, she got pregnant with my oldest sister. She needed help getting baby supplies and knowledge and diapers, all of that. So her school set her up with a helping hand. The helping hand happened to be my grandmother, Doris. Now, once my mom gave birth, Doris was supposed to leave, but she never did. She stayed for all four of my mom's pregnancies and stayed around even longer than that. She stayed because she fell in love with us. We were the grandkids that she didn't have at that moment. They helped us when we were too poor to afford food, when we were too poor to have a birthday or Christmas or anything like that, or we just wanted a fun place to go other than our home. Their morals and beliefs were simply that love who is next to you no matter what. It doesn't matter if you were black or white, Asian, etc. It doesn't matter if you were gay, straight, bisexual, transgender. Nothing that mattered. Your neighbor was your neighbor. I was around this when I was growing up, so now it helped me realize that we all bleed red, and I have no room in my heart for hate. They put their belief in me to achieve anything that I wanted, whether that be my art or becoming a veterinarian, which I am now on the path to do so. I carry them with me every day, whether it's just feeding a stray cat or talking to an old lady in the grocery store because she seemed lonely. If I did not know them, I would not do any of these things, and I wouldn't have it in my heart to open it for other people. Now, other than the serious parts of who they helped me become, our visits always remained the same. We would walk in and Doris would be like, "What do we want for lunch today?" And if it was your birthday, you got to choose. And if it wasn't, then we all had a group debate on what we wanted to eat. Then Doris would bake her chocolate chip cookies, and they were the best chocolate chip cookies you'll ever have. And she would have cashews and cherries in a bowl on the counter, and me and my dad would sit there with her, and we would eat and talk about school or life. Or she would always ask me if I had a boyfriend, which I didn't, and then she never would believe me. They had a game room which was filled to the top with board games, and we would play Monopoly every time we got there. Um, I never really understood how to play Monopoly because I was like 7 or 8, so I would just be on my dad's team thinking I was doing something, but I really wasn't. There was an art cart, and actually, the last time that they seen me, they gave me the pack of stencils that had been passed down for generations. Doris gave them to me, and I still have them. Years later, here's one. She says she's giving it to me because I'm her most prized artist. Everything that I drew went on her refrigerator, and even if it was months in between the next time we seen each other, when we came back, that drawing would still be there. The art card had pencils, markers, glue, glitter, anything that you can think of, and I would spend the time in the dining room just making things and giving them all to her, and she would be so happy. There was a stuffed orangutan that nobody ever knew who really got it, but it was always there hanging on the elliptical. I don't remember his name, but he had one. And we would grab the orangutan and toss it like hot potato, but only a monkey. This is one of the only pictures I have of us. That's baby me. That's Doris. That's my brother. That's my sister. And that's Bob. I carry my grandparents with me every day. They were loved by many and had a lot of extra family members. We aren't the only family they adopted. I'm so grateful to have known them because I would not be me without them. Unfortunately, at the end, Doris had Alzheimer's and would no longer remember us, and then she passed in 2021. The The funeral was beautiful, and I know she would have loved it. Bob passed a few years earlier. It's okay though, because we'll always remember them and keep their memory alive, and I know anybody who had the pleasure of knowing them feels the same.